terms of culture. The foreign culture is underrepresented in the United States, and this is tremendous asymmetry, in the Polish-American relation, cultural relations. The third issue is visa. In 1991, Poland abolished visa requirements for you to visit, for Americans visiting Poland. If you go to Poland, you don't need any visa. It was 1991. United States, we understood why it could not. It's very attractive for immigration. It had to protect its border. This was, of course, long before the 9/11. So United States reciprocated, abolishing the visa fees. And the visa fee at the time was $25. Every Pole who applied for American visa paid $25. So it was abolished. So Poland abolished visa requirements, United States abolished visa fees, but still retained visa. But in 1994, it resumed charging the Polish applicants with the fees. And the fees was raised gradually, $25, $50, $75, $100, and last year, $131. Polish citizens had to pay $130, and they pay for the visa and for the refusal of visa. Because first you have to, when you apply, you pay $131, and since about 26–27% Poles are refused visa, they do not regain this $131, and so on. So we feel this is unfair. This should be based on reciprocity. And after 9/11, we are told because of the security reasons, and we are not terrorists. The Poles who come to this country are not terrorists. We are just defending Americans in Afghanistan and in Iraq and so on. So this is Polish complaint about the lack of reciprocity. When I was president of the Polish Senate, I wrote a letter. I was the first Polish politician who raised this issue in Polish-American relations when I wrote a letter to your president of the Senate, which is the vice president of the United States, to Mr. Cheney, about this issue and about the lack of reciprocity and so on. And so I did a very nice answer. I got a very nice answer, but it didn't change anything. So this is still an issue to be resolved. And now United States is going to abolish the visa for the 10 East Central European countries, but not to Poland, because it adopted new law that denial of visa should be less than 10%, and in case of Poland, it's still 26%. So Poles will still need visa, American visa with 10 fingers, and so on. Which in Poland, fingerprinting is considered like a criminal, things. But I'm not raising that thing as an issue, but the reciprocity is an issue. Also, other issue is we are disappointed with the lack of implementation of American promise to help the modernization of Polish armed forces. The funds which Americans appropriated is $20 million. In comparison to billions of dollars which you donate other countries, Egypt, Turkey, or other countries, billions of dollars. It's not much, and we need to modernize our forces, particularly when we are allies and we are fighting along, as I said, in many areas of the world. And final issue is just contemporary issue of today's, I should say. This is the issue of American proposal to build anti-missile base in Poland. As you know, the U.S. George Bush administration proposed Poland to build the base in northern Poland. We don't have a map here. In northern Poland, a base with 10 interceptors and the radar system to be in the Czech Republic. The Czechs quickly agreed to that, and Mr. Topolanek, the Prime Minister of Czech Republic, was for the last 2 days in Washington, and he announced that the two countries are very close now to sign the agreement. And the previous Polish government of the twin brothers said yes, without any conditions. But the new government, which was elected after the elections in October last year, said, wait a moment. We calculated the risks and the advantages of it. And the result was that there are more risks involved in the construction of the American base in Poland than the benefits of that. So the new Polish government said, well, how you can minimize the risks involved there, because the Russians, as you know, are violently opposed to that, and they already said they will take appropriate measures. And whatever the term appropriate measures mean, probably they will install rockets in the Kaliningrad region, close to Polish border, you know, aimed at this American base. So Poland demanded some kind of guarantees that Polish security would be strengthened. And in two ways. First, the Polish government said we would like to have Patriot rockets, which will protect this base and Polish territory in case of the attack by rockets from whoever the country might be. And secondly, we demanded the increase of the American funds for the modernization of Polish armed forces. And there's also subject of discussion, you know, about the jurisdiction of the American troops there in the base. You know, the American GIs would go to the Polish bar and get fist fight with the Poles over girls, you know, and so on. And who is going to have the jurisdiction over this thing? We want to have clear-cut decisions about that thing. The United States demand that there should be extraterritorial area and so on. So this is subject of the talks are taking place right now. Well, right now it's 9 o'clock in the evening, probably they're over. But they started this morning in Warsaw, and will go probably tomorrow, and we'll see maybe within a few days what were the results, and we'll see how this issue will be resolved. But this is currently the most important issue. The public opinion in Poland is against this base. The reason public opinion polling indicates 52% of Poles are against this base, and 33% are in favor. But the government is interested, but wants to clarify certain conditions, put certain conditions. Gordon, this is what I can say about the economy. I think 35 minutes I exhausted. So if you have any questions, and I will be able to respond, I'll be very happy if I will be able to respond. Thank you very much.